Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flow Sport International. My name is Florence Ndongo. Today is yet another amazing day with an amazing video. Today I will be spending my day with Kahawa Pride, formerly known as Kahawa Sportive. A few changes have been made and we just want to catch up with Daniel Otto, who is the program controller for the team. We want to figure out why they decided to change the name and what are some of the new things that they have incorporated in Kahawa Pride. Of course, I'll be spending time watching their men senior team play against Mathare, New Mathare FC. Right, and later on I'll be watching their ladies take to the pitch. Let's find out how my day is going to turn out. Otto, welcome to the channel.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, always a pleasure to have you around. Yeah.
So you guys, before mulikuwa mnaitwa Kahawa Sportive, tell us, when did you rebrand? What necessitated the rebranding of the team?
It's always been at the back of our minds because we've always been more than a football academy and more than a football team. So we needed to be more inclusive to what we do. So we came from Kahawa Sportive Soccer Academy to Kahawa Sports and Social Alliance. And within it now we have Kahawa Pride Football Club and Kahawa Pride Lionesses for the ladies team and Kahawa Pride Cubs for the academy. So the necessity was due to how we interpret football. For us, football is a tool to bring people together and to solve social norms. Yeah.
Social norms.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. What has changed in terms of how now the team is functioning or the entire organization? What is there that is new that wasn't there in Kahawa Sportive now that you're Kahawa Pride?
There's that sense of how do I put it? We are known now by what we do. At that time, it was very hard to explain to people. You know, your Kahawa Sportive Soccer Academy by itself, it's just a football academy. So it's very hard to be identified. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. We now have an identity. When you tell someone we are Kahawa Sports and Social Alliance, here it sounds more of an organization. So when you tell them you have projects to do with urban farming, it feels more inclusive from the name. When we changed also to Kahawa Pride Football Club, it's because we wanted to include the community, because as an academy, people used to associate us with the kids that have registered. They used to think for you to play for us, you have to be among the kids who registered here to play the academy. But now we can get more players from outside. We are community based now. Yeah.
That is very impressive. So what are some of those social ills that you're talking about that when you're in the community you're helping to maybe solve or ensure that the kids don't engage in?
If I can use a very recent example, during COVID, we had a food drive. When we saw like governments and county MPs were helping their community to get foods, so we decided to do it ourselves. When we were doing it, we realized that when you help these people, you take to them flour, you take to them whatever you'll give them, but within a week it will be over.
Yeah.
So we thought of an idea of how we can teach young kids how to do urban farming now that we're in the city centers. We're in Nairobi, there are no farming spaces. So we came up with a project called Mea na Mimea, where we teach kids how to do urban farming. We have a small farming space. So you see, these kids first are brought together by football. So they're not here to learn how to just farm. They've first been brought together by football. And now through that football, we can use their interest for football and direct it to gaining such knowledge. For us, football, we realized before you succeed in Kenya through football or in Africa, it's going to be difficult. So we've decided to just be honest with our kids, be honest with our lives. So yes, we are working to grow these talents, but it's more than that right now. it's about being a better person through football. Yeah.
Let's talk about organization. I've realized that you guys are well off than or better placed than even some big clubs in the top flight league. Tell me about the sponsorship that you guys have. You have international companies that are supporting your team. One team, I know you have the Cubs, you have ladies, girls team, you have men's team. But how did you land on those sponsorship and who are they?
For start, I think I wouldn't call them sponsors. I would call them like donors, well-wishers, and friends. We got them through connection from Joseph Okumu while he was playing for IFL. He had a friend there who was connected to the fans page of the team. So he wanted to do an interview with him and ask him about the projects that Okumu was conducting back here in Kenya. At that time, we had managed to have a food drive that Okumu contributed majorly. He helped us fundraise for more than 700 families during the COVID period. And this person wanted to do this interview with him. So at that time, Okumu talked about Kahawa Sportive Soccer Academy, and when this guy whose name is Matthias visited Kenya, he was interested in seeing some of these projects that Okumu was doing. And at that particular time when he came, we were just at the start of the urban farming project called Mea na Mimea. So that's how we built from there. He got interested, he became part of us, he took this as his own project, it became his own child, and we've been working from there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
what are like your future projects now that you have these two teams? How big is football? I know for you guys, is football your main thing, or there are other things that are competing with football in terms of what you're doing as an organization?
No, primarily it's all about football, but now we are trying to use this football, the love that people have for football, to do other things that can help them in their lives. Yeah, for example, we are very serious when it comes to education, because most of the coaches here have had scholarships from football, so we try to show these kids the importance of education, because we try to partner with schools to send them there. So you see, we still want to grow the talents, but we also know how hard it is to succeed in this sport here in Kenya. So we try to use the sport itself to make you a better person. So there's nothing else, it's just football, but now we are using it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So in terms of maybe exporting talent, what is in the pipeline? Are you guys maybe planning to expose your players more, and perhaps they get opportunities abroad to actually play professional football?
Yeah, that is definitely the main target, since we are that was the basis of the foundation. Even if we are trying to protect the players by showing them what more they can do, that is still our foundation, that growing talent and trying to make people achieve their dreams. So while we do that, we just try to ensure that they have these plan Bs. They can do this, they can do that, while we still work extra on their talent. We try to play friendlies with Premier League teams. We have a lot. We try to network with these coaches. When we have a player we need to see, we go directly to coaches, ask them to see a kind of player, and then they call us for a friendly and they observe them. We've had players get opportunities in places because of these networks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So lastly, before I call it a day, any success stories of players who have already gone out and are playing elsewhere?
Not yet. We have a very young squad. I can say the average age of our squad is might be below 20, because for us, the players whom we call senior players are at around 21 years old. Those are our senior players. For other teams, when you say senior players, is someone who's around 29 and above. For us, our senior players are 21. The squad majorly has Form 1s, Form 2s, Form 3s. These senior players are among in the senior players, those aged 21 is where we have one player playing in the Division 1. He's currently the one in the highest league. He's also represented Kenya through Maisa in the Norway Cup, and at the moment he's our greatest export. though there are many other talents of which we are looking of how we can try and export them outside where they are still young. Our aim is to have them young. As you can see, we are also young coaches.
Actually, that was my next move. I also looked at the average age of your technical bench and other people who are in the management.
Yeah.
All of you seem to be very, very young.
Yeah, we are barely above 25. That's the truth. I think that's how it's supposed to be. You know, it's our game. That's why when people are abroad, we always see when someone is around 34, he's very old. When Ronaldo is 37, he's very, very old. Iniesta retired at 33 or 34, around there. It's a youth game, so it should be for the youth. You see, but these opportunities rarely come. People want experienced players, but we are out here to show where the game should be.
Do you think that is what makes you guys click? The fact that you're all very young, all energetic, all passion driven, is that what makes Kahawa Pride maybe tick?
I think that might be our greatest weapon. Being young, because we are here because we want to be here. We are not here because we are employed. You know, I realized when people get employed, they do stuff because it's what they have been told to do. But here we find ourselves thinking a lot. We think, what's the next step? How can we move from here to there? Yeah.
Lastly, Leo, for real, tell me about your plan with the girls.
The girls are actually yet to celebrate their 1-year anniversary. Our plan is to make them have a place to belong. We just want to use the football, as I explained earlier, now to tackle issues that girls face within the community. If I can just put it basically, that's what we want to do with them. We want to find out what their issues are and use the football to interest them and then help them wherever we can.
That's Kahawa's Pride, Daniel Otto. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you enjoyed that mini discussion. Hopefully we get to cover more of Kahawa Pride and what they are doing in the society. If you have not yet subscribed to FloSport International, please subscribe. Also, read some of those amazing articles on www.flosport.com or .co.ke. And also feel free to like our page on Facebook, that is FloSport, also on Twitter. Until next time, have a good day.